Hi children, today we will take up a new story. Every week you are getting a new story with different morals in that, and the stories have been very interesting. So here I have a very interesting story for you which has also got a very good moral. What is a moral? Moral is something from where we learn. At the end of the story we will understand certain things like we should do this, we should not do this. So today's story is what? The farmer and the well. Farmer. Who's a farmer? A farmer, when you come to school, on the other side of the school you have seen a lot of green fields. We get rice to eat, we get dal to eat, we get vegetables to eat. Who gives us all these things? The farmer. The farmer in the field works hard and he produces these from the earth. That person who gives us all these things and a very important person in the country is the farmer. Like you have a tailor who stitches clothes, you have a person who cooks food in the hotel, a chef, you have a person who stitches your shoes who is called as a person who stitches out the shoes. Similarly, this is another, like you have a policeman who manages all the law and order. You have a doctor who comes home or you go to the doctor when you are sick. Similarly, farming is also a profession. Farming also is a field. For that, in the field who works, who gives us the food material is called a farmer. And the well. Well, you might have seen when you go to your grandmother's house, when you go to your relative's house, or you might have a house in the well. But today you don't see a lot of wells in the town. You will see a well in a village. What is a well? You will have a lot of water inside. You will have to you will tie a thread to a big rope to a bucket and you leave the bucket down into the well. You will get, and you draw water from the well. The other sources from the well, you also put an electrical pump, and using the electricity, the water is pulled up and then it is supplied to the field, it is supplied to the house. We use it for drinking, we use it for washing clothes, we use it for having bed. All these is possible when you have a well. Olden days people used to draw it using a rope, but today we use electricity and draw the water from a well. So let us see what the farmer and the well, how a farmer in this story is connected to the well. One day a farmer was looking for water source. A farmer who had a farm. What is a farm? A farm is a big field. You would have had vegetables there, you would have put rice crop there or a dal crop, different things. So one day a farmer was looking for a water source for his farm. Then he bought a well from his neighbor. Some farmer who had a field, who had a farm, but he didn't have water. There was no river on the side, there was no supply of water, and he wanted water for the crop. So what did he do? He saw a well in his neighbor's land. Who's a neighbor? Like you have a neighbor next to your house. So you have a neighbor, the farmer also had a neighbor. He goes up to the neighbor, he goes to his house and tells the neighbor to sell his well so that he can draw water from the well and then use it in his farm to grow the crop. The neighbor, however, was cunning. The neighbor who was staying next to the farmer was very cunning. Like, what does cunning mean? Cunning means willingness and trickery. Like, always a person who was thinking of cheating somebody. Like, now you give a pencil to your friend or you borrow a pencil from your friend and the friend comes back and says, you have used the pencil, you give me an additional pencil. Cheating. You go and cheat somebody, which is wrong. So the neighbor who was there next to the farmer's house was very cunning. Like we always use this word cunning for fox. Fox is a very cunning animal. The fox always wants to cheat other animals and get satisfied. He would cheat a rabbit and then he'll eat the rabbit. So cunningness is something where you are always looking to cheat somebody. You are always looking to harm somebody. So this neighbor was like a cunning fox. So what does cunning is means, you can see the meaning there at the bottom. You refer to the dictionary, you will get williness, WILINESS, or trickery, TRICKERY, tricky, cheating people. Like you pay me 10 rupees, I'll get you a very good pen. You give that person 10 rupees and will not come back next day. So that is called cunning, and cunning is an adjective because you are describing somebody. And when you describe somebody, it becomes an adjective. The next day, as the farmer came to draw water from his well, so what the farmer did? The farmer bought the well, he gave the money to the neighbor, and the well becomes his own now. So what will the farmer do? Next day he got up in the morning and he started drawing water. Draw water is underlined. What does it mean? Taking water from the well. How will he take the water? He'll get a bucket, he'll tie a rope to that, and then he'll leave the rope along with the bucket down into the well from where he will draw the water. As he was doing it, the neighbor refused to let him take any water. What did the neighbor do? Neighbor refused. Refuse means rejecting, not allowing the person to do anything, saying no. The neighbor refused to let him take any water. The neighbor tells the farmer, wait, don't take the water from the well. When the farmer asked why, the farmer bought the well. So from the well he is taking the water. So what the neighbor is doing, do not take the water from the well. So the farmer questions, why should I not take? Because I bought the well from you, which is mine now. The neighbor replies, I sold you the well, not the water. So what the cunning, remember I told you in the previous slide, the neighbor was very cunning. He always want to cheat, he always want to take more money, he always want to gain more money, selfish. So what does he do? He says, I sold you the well, not the water, and walked out. He says, you cannot draw the water. Stop, you don't take the water from this. The well is yours, but the water in the well is not yours. And he tells this and he walks away. So now what does the farmer do? Distraught. The word distraught, DISTRAUGHT. The farmer went to the emperor to ask for justice. He explained what had happened. So what does the farmer do? Now he's bought the well, but the neighbor is not allowing him to take the water. The money is got waste. He is not getting the water and he spent so much of money. So what does he do? He goes to an emperor. In the olden days, the emperor was the king. The emperor was the head of the state. Today you have a head of the state. Who is the head of the state for us? The chief minister. Who is the head of the country? Is the prime minister. So you make a note of this and then write down who was the chief minister of Andhra Pradesh state. You find out from your parents and write the name. Similarly, write who is the head of the country, who is the prime minister of the country. So those days it was the emperor, it was the king who used to stay in the palace. So the farmer goes to the emperor and asks for justice. What is justice? Means, help me, I have been cheated, I have paid money, but the neighbor is not giving me water. He explained what had happened. He tells a whole story. Like I gave the money, I bought the well, but the neighbor next day when I was drawing the water from the well, the neighbor walks up to me and says, do not take water because I have only sold well to you and I have not sold the water. So what should I do, king? What should I do? So this is what he goes up to. Emperor, a king or a ruler of an empire, of a state. The two meanings are there at the bottom. The first one, distraught, is again an adjective because there the farmer's feelings is expressed. What is the feeling? The farmer is sad, the farmer is miserable, he don't know what to do. Because he's bought the well, like you buy something and suddenly if you lose it the next day, you become sad. Your father buys you a very good geometry box, next day when you're going back home from the school, you may lose it somewhere on the road. Then what you do? You go home sad, you go home crying, you go miserable because when you go back home you are supposed to do some mathematical problems and you don't have a geometry box. So you don't know what to do. That is actually called distraught, which is again an adjective. The second word which is there is emperor, which is a noun. What is a noun? A noun is a is something where you define a name of a person or a place or a thing. Here the noun, the ruler is a noun, is an emperor. So emperor means a king, a ruler of an empire. Now the emperor called on Birbal, one of his 9 and wisest courtiers. This emperor called on Birbal. Who is Birbal? Birbal is one of his 9. Normally in the kingdom, in an emperor's court, the emperor sits in the center, and you might have seen in your cartoons, or you might have seen in movies, or you might have seen in pictures, there are ministers sitting on 2 sides of the king. Among them, one of them is Birbal. So you should read more stories on Birbal. Along with Birbal, who is the king? I am not going to give you the name of the king. You find out who is the king. The king's name is not given here, but Birbal is connected with the king. Who is that king? Find out and then write it down in your notebook, and when you come back, you show it to your Nazma ma'am. So Birbal, one of his 9 wisest. So the king had 9 courtiers. Courtiers means again ministers. Wisest means who is very, very intelligent, who can solve any problem. Now let us see how Birbal will solve this problem. Wisest is again an adjective, because here again we are describing Birbal's intelligence. We are describing what Birbal is. Like in your class, ma'am would come back to you and say, Abdul is very, very intelligent. Or some girl in the class, Pranati is very, very intelligent. Ram is very, very intelligent. He is very smart. He is very clever. He will do all the work in time. So like that, Birbal is wisest means, which is an adjective because you are describing a person, and that is clever, intelligent and smart. Birbal proceeded to question the neighbor. So he calls the neighbor because the farmer tells a story. So the neighbor is also called in the court and tells, why don't you let the farmer take water from the well? Why are you doing this? You sold the well to the neighbor, to the farmer. The farmer has got the right to take the water. Why are you not allowing the farmer to take the well? So you did sell the well. He questions the neighbor. You have sold the well to the farmer, and now when he's paid you for the well, why are you not allowing the neighbor, the farmer, to take the water from the well? What does the neighbor say? The neighbor replied, Birbal, I did sell the well to the farmer, but not the water within it. He says, I sold the well, but I didn't sell him the water. Automatically, anybody who buys a well, the water in the well becomes his. But here, the neighbor is not doing this. Why? Because, remember that word which I used? The neighbor was cunning. He wanted to take more money. He says, I have sold the well to you, now I will sell the water also to you. So he want to gain more money, and he becomes selfish, and he uses the tricky method to take more money from the farmer. So he says, I did sell the well to the farmer, but not the water within it. He has no right to draw water from the well. So the neighbor tells, I have sold the well. Fine, but I have not sold the water. So now what does Birbal do? Birbal said, look, since you sold the well, you have no right to keep the water in the farmer's well. So what the neighbor says, I have sold the well. In the well, the water is there. So Birbal says, you sold the well, you are keeping the water in the farmer's well. So you take your water and give the well to the farmer. Either you pay rent to the farmer or take it out immediately. Do you remember? I used a word for Birbal, I used an adjective for Birbal. Birbal is one of the wisest in the court of the king. Who is the king? You find out. Among the 9 wisest people, this king has 9 wise people, has 9 clever people, has 9 intelligent people. Among them, among the 9 top intelligent people, one of the top intelligent person was Birbal. Right? So, what does the Birbal do? Birbal says, you sold the well, fine. When you sold the well, you cannot keep water. Like he says, you sell a house to somebody else. When you sell the house, the person who has bought the house, the entire house becomes his. You cannot keep anything into his house. You cannot keep your table, you cannot keep your bed, you cannot keep your kitchen items into his house. You need to take it out. So, similarly, the Birbal says, you given the well, you take the water and go now. Or if you want the water to be inside the well, you give rent to the farmer. If I want to keep some material in one of the rooms for the house which I have sold, I have to pay rent to the person to whom I have sold the house. Because the house belongs to the person. Similarly here, Birbal says you pay rent to the farmer or you take it out immediately. Immediately you should do it. There is no chance, there is no time for you. You draw all the water. Remember, in the well, if you keep drawing water, the water keeps coming. Water doesn't stop in the well. So what does the neighbor do now? Realizing that his scheme has failed, the neighbor apologized and went out. What was the scheme of the neighbor? He was cunning. He wanted to take more money. So he wanted to take money from the farmer. He started doing this tricky business. So realizing that his scheme had failed, now he has to pay the rent or he has to take the water. So what does the neighbor say? The neighbor understood that now there is somebody else who is much more smarter than me, that is Birbal, and in front of the emperor, Birbal is given this decision. Now he cannot say no. Either he needs to take the water and go, or he should pay the rent. Now if he starts paying the rent, the farmer will start getting money. So what the neighbor does? The neighbor says, sorry, I made a mistake. Anybody who buys a well, automatically the water in the well also becomes his. Realize. The word realize is a verb, because here you are feeling it and you are working on it. That means to understand a situation. Apologize is also a verb because you are saying sorry. This is an action word. Apologizing is an action. You say I am sorry. When you make a mistake, we should always learn to say sorry immediately. This is a verb. Now, you write a moral of the story. I am not going to tell you what is that we learned. We learned so many things in this. We learned what the farmer was suffering from, what the farmer did, what the neighbor did, where did the farmer go, who was the king, who was the person who was in the king's court. All these you heard, and we also had a character called Birbal. Now what did Birbal do, and what did the farmer do, and what did the neighbor do? After you listen to this entire story, you decide what is that you are not supposed to do. What did you learn from this? I should not do this. What is that you should not do? You write that line, and then when you come back on Saturday, show the answers to your ma'am and get it corrected. What are you going to write? You are going to write the moral of the story, and you are going to write all those words which I had underlined, and I have given you the meanings at the bottom of the slide. You refer your dictionary and then write the meanings. Also, write a sentence of your own using the word realize. One word only I am giving, realize. Write your own sentence using the word realize. So children, remember what is the moral of the story. Write it down, listen to the story again and again, write it down in a notebook and come back. Next week, we will come back to you again with a new story. Thank you.